Hey y'all, welcome back to Brick Reviews at All. So, I tried to record yesterday, but the maintenance man came like right in the middle of me recording, so I had to start over. So it's another day. I'm here today to talk about Pretty Little Liars, episode 5. This one is called The Night He Comes Home. They started off with the flashback scene from with Angela and the girls and the ladies, the moms. So this scene, pretty much they were trying to convince Angela to go throw a bag of dog food at someone's front door. Um, I don't know whose door that was. I don't recall hearing them say exactly whose house it was, but eventually Angela did it anyway. Once she throws it, she goes to hurry up and try to run to go get in the car, and the girls they left her there. So I didn't see, what happened after that. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure we will get more information as the season keeps going. So now we get back to where the girls they are still in the lunchroom, and they are just going over everything. What happened to Noah, her mom dealing with the connection that clearly there's something that's not being told regarding the connection to Angela and the mothers. There's more information there to unpack, so they're just like, something's not right. Now Imogen, she decides that she wants to go back to the house to look for more clues and stuff regarding Angela and her mom, that connection there. So now they go to the house and whatnot. Mind you, they're there to look for the missing pieces of no. They're there to look for more information, if I recall, regarding Angela. So the girls they're all spread out using walkie talkies. Now everybody's all in different rooms. First of all, I was just kind of creeped out about it. I'm like, first of all, we would have had to be in teams. I would not be nowhere all up in that house, and no one is living there. I wouldn't be there walking around by myself with just the walkie-talkie. Okay, that's just not happening. Now, when Tabby was going down the stairs to go to the basement, I swear I thought I saw A standing back there behind the stairs again. But maybe I was just thinking I was seeing things. Maybe that was just me. I don't know. Um, Now Tabby, when she was walking down there, she noticed that there was a chest sitting down there. Um, but she didn't even get the opportunity to even go to it and to try to see if that was something to look at because Faran, she caused the girls to come to where she was. Now, when she got there, she did find some burnt up pieces of paper, which basically looks like it came from the diary from Imogen's mom, baby, her diary, which we know that has to have been something that was recently done around the time it was fresh. I'll just put it like that. Either Davy's mom did it or somebody else got a hold of those pages, ripped them out, and put them in the fire. Now at that point, Imogen she decides, you know what, I cannot give up this house. Like I have too many memories here. There's too much going on. Like I have nothing left. I cannot give up this house. So the girls are basically sitting there trying to figure out, okay, how are we can help you. We're gonna try to figure out how to pay for this. I'm like, y'all trying to help this girl pay a mortgage? Like, no. Anyway, now we get that Farron. She gets an update on Kelly because she's still been trying to figure out, is it really Kelly? Is it really Karen with the twins? And apparently Kelly does actually have a scar on her foot, which could be the injury that really happened to Karen from putting on the ballet shoes with the razor blade in it. So at this point, I'm like, we don't know. We don't know which twin it is. I don't know. And still today, I haven't watched the new episodes that should be up. So we just don't know which twin it is. Like I said, they like to swap places, so we don't know if Kelly was the one who was actually up there getting ready to pour the stuff on Imogen, or if it was really Karen. If you ask me, I feel like that was something that Karen would have had Kelly to do for her because it's like Karen was the head person and Kelly was the henchman. Just saying. That's my thoughts. Um, So now we do see we're getting a little bit more into what Minnie is doing and what she does, outside of school. So this girl, she wears like her mask. We know that she was wearing a mask. She was talking to this grown man on the internet, and I was just like, Minnie, see, this is a part of why your mothers or your mom, actually both of them, they don't like her. They get a little, iffy about her being on the internet so much and not really being involved in life outside of the internet, because they're wondering like, girl, what are you on these computers doing? It's creeps out there. You have to be careful. You're young. You're a beautiful little girl, young woman. I mean, so at first I was just like, okay, because she had pictures of some missing girls or something like that. And I was just like, okay, are you on here like you're doing, looking and reaching out to people that are known to be predators, online predators, trying to get young girls? I don't know. Going back to Farron. Now, I was cringing at this scene because Farron, she goes to go tell the teacher that she thinks that Kelly is really caring. And I was just like, Farron, no, you didn't have really good enough evidence to really go to an adult and say something like that. Like, what were you thinking? Now the teacher, she pulls her to the side and she's just kind of like, look, I kind of need you to back up off of her and just leave this girl alone. What you don't know and what I shouldn't even be telling you is that Kelly, she's known, she has a history of self-harm. Um, that was, it's not a good thing that you want to hear, but basically to tell her that, hey, you're making this assumption that with the twins swapping places and whatnot. However, that could actually, what was seen on Kelly's foot could have been from something else and not what you think it is. And she asked her to leave it alone. We'll see. Now, Imogen, she comes up with an idea to have a Halloween party to help her keep her house. So she's charging people to come to this Halloween party. As soon as I saw that, yes, great idea. No, also not a good idea, because A is going around, and you all know this. It's a Halloween party. People are going to be dressed up in costumes. I mean, it just screams bad idea. Something's going to happen here. Someone's not going to make it to the next day. That's what I'm thinking. What are y'all thinking? But she had the party anyway. Now, let me see. Now we do get some update on Tabby. She does go to pick up her last check, with from Wes, which he was acting kind of like he couldn't understand why she left him, or why she left and ran out, but she just left. She was just like, dude, you tried to use my USB to leverage me to have a for leverage to make me spend time with you, to make me go on a date with you. Are you really serious right now? I mean, you giving all kind of creepy vibes, like he really was, and he still is. And then he's just like, all of a sudden when she said that, she was just like, dude, we didn't even talk about the fact of what happened with you trying to kiss me. Like, you're just you're doing a lot. And he's just like, oh, I really like you. I'm really into you. And, just trying to sweet talk her, basically convinces the girl to try to get her, to give her job back. And, just like literally, you just crossing all kinds of lines here as far as employee to the, I don't know if he's the owner, the manager, whatever, but you're crossing all kind of lines there with, but whatever. Something is up with Wes, but I'm sure we're going to get more details on him. Now, I thought that Tabby's mom told her that she could no longer work at the movie theater. Y'all remind me, because I swear I swear she told her that. But girl definitely took the position back, probably for a bigger reason, but we'll see. Now, it's Halloween night. Farron, it says that she met up with Kelly. That's my notes. Farron meets up with Kelly. They're talking, and she's just still snooping around for stuff. And it was just like, okay. So while they're still talking, Farron does see that there's a cut on Kelly's hand, which if we all recall, we did see where Kelly did grab the glass from when her mom dropped it on the floor. She grabs it and she did cut herself. So she kind of just starts feeling a little bad and starting to think like, dang, maybe this really is Kelly. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm overdoing it. I need to relax. And then we see a little bit of a softer side coming from Faran because she carries herself so tough, so hardcore. Well, if you think about who her mom is, we can kind of understand that. Now, and she also, if I'm not mistaken, she did tell her about the Halloween party. Like, girl, come on. You know, if you need to talk to me anytime, I swear I'm here for you. Just reach out. Now, the Halloween party commences. We have Tabby. She's still going through some things because as we put two and two together, she's trying to figure out who did something to her in the woods at a bonfire that they had. Um, so she's questioning a lot of the questioning the guys, football players, because she's they're like they are saying little things, and she's kind of grasping that. It's kind of like, wait, why did you just say that? You know, like they keep saying little stuff to make her kind of start thinking something is not right. So she's questioning Tyler, Greg. She's just trying to figure that out. And I mean, she is on guard to make sure that nothing else happens the what she knows happened to her. She doesn't want that to happen to any of the other ladies. Um, so she's like, stay away from my friends. Not happening over here. Watching y'all. Back up. Now, we have a Minnie. We get to see her. She was able to get out and go trick or treating. Now, I get a little bit more insight into what she was actually doing. So she met up with a guy that she was talking to on the computer, and they were doing like this role playing thing. Basically, she was playing as if she was the guy's daughter named Rachel, which we saw a picture of the little girl. So she had this mask on. But even at some point throughout the night, she took the mask off, but he was still flipping back and forth between speaking to her as if she was Rachel and speaking to her as if she's actually Minnie. Um, I don't know why she's doing that. You know, what does she get from that? I'm pretty sure we're going to get more information and kind of unpack, get a just really, really, really go into what happened with her and why she's doing those sorts of things. You know, now again, a Halloween party, so everybody's in costumes. Nobody's questioning why some weird looking thing person, tall, big buff person is walking around the house and going around the side of the house, right? A arrives. A goes to the back to the basement door and has a whole key to unlock the padlock to go in the basement. And now we know that is how A has been getting in and out of the house, right? Okay. Now, I also have a key for the same chest that Tabby was about to go and investigate. Ugh, if only she had actually went there to go actually try to look and see what was in it. Even see if Imogen knew whose chest that was, because maybe Imogen was like, I don't know what that is. Let's open this. That would have been like, oh my gosh. Anyway, A goes. They opened up the chest. There's like a whole bunch of little stuff in there pertaining to Angela, pertaining to the girls from back then. I mean, just all kinds of mess in this suitcase. A changes outfits to try to blend in and walk all up and through the party. Okay. Um, this costume is even more creepier than the one A had on already. Now, we see, moving on from A, Imogen. She's hosting the party, doing what she's supposed to do. She goes upstairs, which looks like it was her mom's room, and she's stashing the money that she's getting from the party in the drawer. And I was just like, girl, no. If anything, you know there's a lot of weird stuff going on. There's people walking around through the party. No one's supposed to be upstairs, but we all know that a lot of house parties, especially high school parties, people tend to trinkle and sneak upstairs for extracurricular activities. And who's to say that someone wouldn't have went upstairs and found that money and stole it from you? Just saying. You know, you're supposed to keep all the money on you. Just saying. Anyway, now she leaves out the room and then she finds A standing at the bathroom door. Same door where Imogen found her mother. So something was a little bit off about that. Um, oh my God. So she said, hey, said something to him because she doesn't know that that's A. She's like, hey, nobody is supposed to be upstairs. You know what I'm saying? And A just turns around just like, and then walks up to her and then proceeds to go back downstairs. And I'm just like, Like, girl, you don't even know how much danger you were just in just now. Oh my goodness. But anyway, that scene happened, and I was like, oh my gosh, Imogen, you've had too many close calls and you don't even know it. Now, Faran, she's just circulating throughout the party. She happens to peep into a little room that was downstairs, and she sees Kelly and Greg making out. And I was just like, oh Lord, this is not going to be good. One of two things. That is actually really Karen. Greg is in on it and he knows. Two, it's actually Kelly. Kelly and Greg, they're uh, bonding over losing Karen. And they just had a little slip up, had a little moment of weakness, and they just, some kind of weird twin thing. Yeah. But anyway, now, we have Chip. He's there. He's, peeping in. He just seems to be trying to be a good friend, but we know that he really wants something more with Tabby. But he's kind of, slowly trying to figure out how he can wiggle his way in there and try to get her attention. Like, hey, girl, I don't want to just be your friend. I want to be your man, okay? But Tabby is so just kind of like mentally not in a space to where she's even trying to accept that coming from him. She's like trying to act like, oh no, that's just my friend. Tabby, you know that he actually likes you. But anyway, Farron, she catches up with Kelly and she definitely addresses everything. And the whole time that they're talking, is within earshot and can hear the whole conversation going on. All right, so she basically tells her that she thinks she's Karen, and she says all goes over everything. And the way that the conversation was going, it almost made me think like, oh my gosh, is this really Karen? Like, we don't know. But then, she was able to kind of play it off and kind of just wiggle her way out of it and just make her come off as if she's just completely crazy. So Kelly walks off, leaves Farron there. Now, let's see. We have Tabby. She gets mad because this who was that? Tyler. He was coming on strong to almost all the ladies. He tried it with Farron. He came on to Minnie. And when I tell you, Tabby was like not here for it. She literally went in on him. Farron has no problem with speaking her mind, so we know she steps in and she's gonna say something. Um, Tyler kept trying to get Minnie to have a drink, and it was a drink he went to go get for her, which Tabby already is under the suspicion that some of the guys they have been doing, putting things into the ladies' drinks when they have parties and stuff like that, and then taking advantage of them. So she's like, absolutely not. She's not drinking that. Stay away from her. Stay away from my friends. And then they have this whole energy of femininity and masculinity, just boom, 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 boom. In the end, Tabby got so mad that she breaks Tyler's nose. And she was just like, leave my girls alone. All the girls, they get her out of there. They get her out of there. The guys, they are laughing and they think it's funny. He is pissed, okay? So mad that he ends up going upstairs to the bathroom that he is not supposed to be in. And again, A was in earshot of all of this, in the cut watching. No one's even noticing because it's a Halloween party. Follows him upstairs, goes into the bathroom while he's using the restroom, mind you. So A has no cares, okay? And let's just say, like I said, somebody didn't make it to the next day. Now, like I'm thinking while I'm watching this, I'm like, all right. A proceeded to erupt Tyler up in the shower curtain from the bathroom, removes him from the premises, and at this point, no one saw him carrying this blue teenager with a white hat on in a shower curtain down to the basement. Nobody saw that. Because at this point, before A even left the house, A switched back into its regular clothes. No. Yes, A changed back to its regular clothes and proceeded to remove him from the house and put him in the back of a van. Nobody saw this. Nobody saw this. And I'm going to leave it at that. Moving on. Now, all of the girls, they slept there that night. I'm sorry that house creeps me out. I couldn't have stayed there, but we know for safety reasons. Obviously, they were definitely doing some underage drinking. I do not promote underage drinking, but they obviously were. It's a Halloween party, small town. They were having fun. They stayed there the night. And when they woke up the next day, everybody is, getting up. They're looking around. It's a mess. They have to clean it up, right? Okay, so Imogen gets a call from somebody who knows Angela and knows, a little bit more about what happened back then. Um, so we're gonna find out more about that phone call because they said they wanted to meet up with Imogen. Now, Kelly, she went and she called the instructor, the dance instructor, ballet instructor, on and told on Faran. Faran gets a phone call on a Sunday. She said, "It's a Sunday. What am I getting a call on Sunday?" She gets a call, and the instructor basically goes off, you know, tells her that she's removing her as the lead, off of the lead. She's no longer the Black Swan. Kelly is stepping in, and she's gonna be the Black Swan. She's been replaced. What do you do? What can you do, Faran? You should have, until you really have some really good evidence, you really went about that completely wrong. Because at the end of the day, I think Kelly's point was she was trying to get the spotlight because from what she's basically saying is she's always taken a step back and held herself back so that Karen can be the better twin and get the most attention. Right. Now, Kelly, she goes home to tell her mom that she got the part. She not goes home, but she, goes to basically let her mom know that she has the part. She's gonna be the lead, and she wants her mom to come to see her dance. Now, the mom kept calling Kelly Karen. Now, even though her mom is mentally spaced out, she's going through a lot. She lost one of her daughters. Mother knows best. The mama keeps calling her Karen. And even though they are supposedly, they are technically identical, most parents of twins, they can always tell their twins apart. No matter what, they can always tell them apart. So, again, it is pushing us back into this. Is it Kelly? Is it Karen? Is it Kelly? Is it Karen? And I'm like, oh, why are y'all playing with us like this? But anyway, now in the end, Tabby and Imogen, they end up talking because Imogen's trying to get an understanding of what was, just really bothering Tabby so bad to where she's been on it, like hard on the guys and about everything, about masculinity and all those things. And, she shares, that something happened to her that at that bonfire, and then Imogen reveals that it was the same for her as well. So I'm starting to wonder, is this how Imogen ended up getting pregnant? And is it one of the guys? And we don't know who it is. The guys know who did what, and they're just acting like it's whatever. But obviously we're going to get more info on all of this. So let's stay tuned. Let's keep watching. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about episode 5. And then y'all kind of helped me with the title. It was called the Night He Came Home. I didn't understand that, or what was the point of title? Yeah, The Night He Came Home. I didn't understand the point of calling it that. But let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell button so you'll be notified when I post another video, y'all. All right, and let's keep it going. I'm so excited about this series, and I'm gonna keep watching and try to post as quickly as I can. All right. Thank y'all again for watching, and y'all have a wonderful and beautiful day. Bye, y'all.